a fruitcake at a holiday party, a spoiler on a fancy sports car, any of the three of us shirtless on the beach. All things that the general public wishes they could simply press delete and get rid of. Welcome to week 14, ladies and gentlemen, of the week 14 episode of The Forced Fumble. This is the addition by subtraction episode of the pod. I'm D-Pro. I'm joined as always by Chewbacca and JD. Today, each of us will be going back in time and deleting a play from football history to make the world a better, happier place. And also the return of the scramble, where we just rant on whatever the hell we want, topic of our choosing. So, Chewbacca, I said fruitcake at a holiday party. I did that for you, my friend. How do you feel about people saying Christmas, not mentioning Hanukkah, or going out of their way not to say Christmas around you, a Jewish person? How do you feel about it?
Well, so for years when I was younger, even like 10, 11, 12, if somebody wished me a Merry Christmas or have a Merry Christmas, I'd say, same to you. I didn't feel that it necessary to correct them and say, oh, excuse me, I celebrate Hanukkah. I'm not one of those whiny bitch Jews where, you got to include, we make up less than a tenth of a percent of the world's population. So the whole world shouldn't have to say happy holidays because some of us celebrate. Just, you know what? If somebody wishes you a Merry Christmas and you're Jewish, just say thank you. You the same, because their heart's in the right place. They're giving you well wishes. So what that it's not the holiday and I'm a country music fan, and there's this one country song right now, and it's just like and
Fuck the
saying
Jews,
Merry
probably.
Christmas, not Happy Holidays. What would you say?
It probably says fuck the Jews because it's a country music song.
No, it's not hate music, but no, it's like, by saying the song is current, and it's talking about how, America's getting back on the right track, although maybe 50 to 52% of the people who watch this might not believe that. But anyway, I
They
digress.
believe it. But Chewbacca, I would love it if somebody wished you a Merry Christmas and you were just like, go fuck yourself, you selfish prick.
How dare you?
No, because I'm not that Jew.
Not that Jew. What
You
a
should write a
line.
song. I want to hear that in song format.
I'm not that Jew. Merry Christmas to
I wish
you.
I wish people Merry Christmas. I wish people Merry Christmas all the time. I'll say it first.
So you know what else I should say? Bear down. Or JD, should I say bears down to second place? How are you feeling about that? That was a great game. I have Caleb Williams on my team, my fantasy team. I was pulling for him, and I'm pulling for you. So how do you feel coming off of that?
D-Bro, to answer your question, I feel great. To be in Lambeau, get smashed the first half, come back and almost tie it at the end of the second half, I feel that's pretty great. Packers defense is very good. They were scheming nicely against the Bears. Jordan Love, his mid-range and deep ball, very accurate today. So he was crushing them in that regard. And they pulled up within a touchdown in the final seconds of the game. So I am cool. I even said to my friends, even before this whole number one seed in the NFC nonsense, I would cut off my left arm out of happiness if they were to lose in the first round of the wild card this year, the Bears.
You lose an arm for the rest of your life for that shit?
I would be delighted. It would be my pleasure.
Way to aim low.
Yes. You got to have low expectations. We're talking about Bears here, Chewbacca.
Loser mentality that is.
Yes, it is poverty franchise mentality. However, my point is, I didn't expect to be here. So this is great. Everything is gravy. If they lose in the first round, so be it. I will do a cartwheel, if that happens. I did not expect that in August.
This went from losing an arm to a cartwheel. Wow.
By the way, JD, you're not going to be able to do a cartwheel with just that one arm.
That's a very good point.
And I was not doing cartwheels today, guys, because my New York Jets floundered again. And it hurts worse. First of all, for me, it hurts worse when you lose that badly against a division rival like the Miami Dolphins. The Mike McDaniel hipster-led Miami Dolphins with noodle arm Tua Tagovailoa behind center, right? But the team that I chose as my shit-the-bed candidate, beating my team that handily, Tyrod Taylor gets hurt, undrafted for free agent, whatever. Brady Cook comes in and looks like a undrafted guy. So it was not a great Sunday for me. I got eliminated
They
from a couple of leagues. I got
they
eliminated
should
from Survivor as well from Jay's, eliminator because I chose, like many people, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the lowly Saints, and that didn't work out. Just sometimes your luck runs out, and mine ran out today.
that sucks, man. They shit all over your face. They bukkakied you. Your shit the bed team bukkakied you.
Deep bro, by the way, 5 leagues, clinched 5 playoff spots.
See, how do you do it, man?
You got old
Because I'm
girl?
fucking good.
Do you got old girl for us? Show us old girl.
There she is. I just tossed her back into the
You
bed
tossed it back.
because I'm good, deep bro. Like it's a game. You got to learn the game.
I got to
You
learn.
got to learn how to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it.
I am in one playoff in my 4 leagues. In the other league, I had a chance. I needed my son to beat this other guy, and my son had 2 options. He could either drop a player he didn't want to drop and slot in a running back, or he could take a 0 at running back because he didn't want to drop any of his guys. So he took a 0 at running back, which wound up hurting me and eliminating me from playoff contention. I'm going to remember this. It's Christmas time right around the corner. That's all I'm saying.
Chewbacca, though, in short, it's very tough being this good looking and this good at fantasy football at the same time. It's like that's unicorn right there. That's what they call that.
I don't play fantasy football, so I only know half about what you're talking about.
That's true. And the other half is damn good. And it.
Thank you.
So, guys, let's have a little fun here. We're going to go back in football history, and each of us has chosen one specific famous, I'll say, play that we want to just take out of the record books. We never want to hear about it again. We never want to see it in a friggin' Instagram reel again. We're just tired and done with it for various reasons, right? Who wants to tell us, regale us with a story about what play you want to eliminate from football history? Should we start with you, Chewbacca?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the Giants fans already lost earlier this week. They got. I sent you guys a video. We had a 10-2 team playing a 2-10 team. I said, you guys remember when you found a 10-2, but you wanted to make sure she wasn't a 2-10. I'll pile on the Giants right now, and if I could change one play, although at the time, 1990, I was a Giants fan, and it was exciting to watch the Giants win that Super Bowl by that wide right, I believe it was wide right kick, and by Steve Norwood, Steve or Scott Norwood, Scott Norwood.
You did your homework, didn't you, Chewbacca?
Yeah. But if I could change one play in history, and it's just because I love those Bills fans, I just love that Buffalo fan base. I think for them to freeze their balls off year in and year out and be as loyal as they are when they lost 4 in a row, they've never won a Super Bowl, they haven't been back in years. I'd like to go back in time and have them all live a different life, and that being Norwood just drilling it right down the middle and them getting the win like they deserved, not losing 2019, winning 22-20. That's my one play. So sorry, New York Giants fans, but the Maras and Tisches can go fuck themselves.
I think that's fair, though, Chewbacca, because it works on a couple of levels. Because not only does it give the Buffalo Bills their much desired Super Bowl win that has eluded them all these years, but the Giants have 3 other Super Bowl wins.
Yep. They only had one at that point, I guess, not
Yep.
counting back to whatever they might have done in the way old days. I don't go back that far before Super Bowl era. But yeah, it doesn't take away Eli's two Super Bowls. It doesn't take away 86, but it gives this really awesome, cool, fun-loving fan base a Super Bowl win.
I like it.
And Marv Levy and Jim Kelly too, like stand-up guys,
Stand-up
NFL
guys.
legends.
Don't wish Marv Levy a Merry Christmas. I don't know what he would do.
What can he do? He's
Dave?
like 105.
Just say Happy Holidays to me.
I got to tell you, Chewbacca, real quick, that when we send out our Christmas cards, there is a moment where we my wife and I have had legitimate discussions where we said, should we send this to Chewbacca and his wife?
Yeah, you get a lot every year. JD just made a face before, like something I just said is definitely getting cut out of what it's supposed to.
I've never seen that face before.
All over his face.
No, we're good, bud. We're good.
Okay. Maybe I'll dial it back a bit. I'm not going to stop drinking it.
Nor should you. So, JD, where are you? What play are you going to erase from history? What you got?
I think this is a big one. I think this is a cataclysmic one because it changes like half a century's worth of football results. And that is the whole Tuck rule. 2001 Raiders versus Patriots.
That's a quarter century, by the way, just for anybody doing math.
Did I say half? Sorry.
Sorry.
You know what I got to do, guys? Like, each of you drink during this. Like, I feel like that would help me lock in a little better.
Guess so, yeah.
Like, I am stone sober every show. Not to say that you're not, but
We're not.
like, even just a little nip here and there might even get me to focus a little bit more and be a little more fun. I don't know.
I got Norwood's name wrong. Whatever. Let's go on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So Deep Pro knows me and actually has, I think, once or twice, if you're familiar with Game of Thrones, once or twice referred to me as like a Littlefinger type, the character or the person who just wants chaos sometimes, or likes to plant a little seed and watch it grow into a tree of chaos.
Dance,
So,
And you hear things. You hear things before other people too.
yes. So I think if I were to erase this moment, this prevents that cult of Brady from ever forming. It's a butterfly effect. Brady becomes a decent backup who then goes on to maybe open a chain of like smoothie shops or something. The rest of us get our Sundays back for 20 plus years. But basically, the Raiders would win. I think the Raiders go on to win the Super Bowl. And Bill Belichick just becomes another one of these 8-8 Jeff Fisher type coaches for all eternity. The Patriots return to being best known for their helmet with the Revolutionary War clip art on the side of the helmet. But with the Raiders, this is winning the Super Bowl. John Gruden, is hailed as the second coming of Al Davis. He becomes this like cult hero for the Raiders. And he never leaves for Tampa. This means that the Buccaneers retain the NFL's official pirate-themed embarrassment status that they have. The city of Tampa just goes back to what it does best, and that's being strip malls and sunburns. And that means no Spygate, no Deflategate, no shots of Robert Kraft on his stupid flip phone in the booth. Giselle never meets Brady. America's youth grow up believing that the league is actually competitive and not fixed. Like, this changes a lot, guys.
But I like it. I like the Tuck rule. Maybe John Gruden never becomes this big racist, and like you said, is just a cult hero, can do no wrong if it wasn't for the stupid Tuck rule.
I love the idea that like this one play being changed makes John Gruden not being a racist and Tom Brady never having a successful career, never meeting an attractive wife, just based on this one play. I love the fact that you're changing the play because that means that the Patriots aren't going to win that Super Bowl. At least that's one less like notch on his belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think like a lot of people they chastise Mo Lewis for why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to start this era? Like,
what about you, Deep Bro? What do you got?
Well, guys, sometimes the obvious answer is the right one. And if you know anything about me, there is one play that has come up several times on the show, and I'm fucking tired of hearing about it. The Jets were already terrible with a long history of being a laughingstock. But one play would provide those laughers with a moment that they can always point to and say, ha, you are a loser because this thing happened. You can't escape it. It gets brought up every day. The butt fumble. Thanksgiving 2012, Jets, Patriots on the grandest stage, maybe not the grandest stage, but a national stage. Mark Sanchez fumbling the ball directly into the butt of right guard Brandon Moore. Like if you're in high school and you were you were a nerd and everybody knew you were a nerd, but people would probably forget about you eventually. But then you fell down the stairs and you shit your pants. That's what happened to the Jets. They created this moment, this embarrassing moment that will live on in infamy forever. Mark Sanchez will always be, he's never gonna get past that. That's his Bill Buckner moment. Like that thing is gonna stay with him until the day he dies. And until the Jets have some modicum of success, this is gonna be the thing, the moment. It's like a digital mascot of who the Jets are. And just, dude, run the other way, spike the ball into the ground, anything but running directly into the ass of your offensive lineman.
It is, Deep-Bro, it is the Mona Lisa of NFL humiliation. It truly is the butt fumble. It's 30 seconds where every fan base, from like the successful Patriots to the lowly Browns and Cardinals, could unite in laughter and say, at least we're not the Jets. Like it gave us that moment together.
That's so embarrassing that a player once scored a touchdown in the wrong end zone, and this one's still more fucking embarrassing.
It looks like it was scripted. It looks like it's out of a comedy film.
Leon Lett has two historic, one in the Super Bowl, although it didn't really matter. By the time Don Beebe caught up for him, it was still a 40-point deficit at that point or whatever it was. But two Leon Lett has. And the butt fumble is still, I think, top most embarrassing.
It was on Thanksgiving. The guy ran it back for a touchdown, and the game was already a blowout. So checked all the embarrassing boxes for my New York Jets.
I like that you're erasing it, Deep Row, because the phrase would mean nothing. It would just be two random words sitting sadly next to each other, just like the words Jets playoff, right?
Yeah.
It would.
That hurts. That hurts, man.
It'd be just as random as that and meaningless.
Guys, so I'm already starting to feel the anger. So let's move on to the scramble, shall we? Little random anger here on the podcast. It doesn't have to be football related, but it can be. Mine is not. How about you guys? Who wants to go first?
Mine is not football related at all. I will go first. Since we are in the Christmas season, sorry, Chewbacca, this is about Christmas trees. So you can only kind of
I love Christmas trees. I love Christmas trees.
Aren't they great? They're fantastic, especially when they're real trees.
I love them so much that on December 23rd, when I see somebody having them on their roof, my heart breaks for that kid, if there's a kid there, because everybody's had theirs up for weeks, and this guy's parents are putting it up on the 23rd.
Who puts a tree up on their roof?
I think he meant the hood of your car.
No, on the roof. Like when you're driving home from the store with the tree.
Oh, God.
And when I see that on December 23rd, because some boob didn't get their tree set up till now, my heart breaks. My heart breaks.
My whole thing, Deepro and Baca, is the fake Christmas tree people who put it up in their house, the heroes of holiday laziness. Look, we've got bold pioneers who have centuries-old tradition of cutting down a majestic pine tree, hauling it home. But then you've got these people now who just say, "Nah, let's just unzip this green plastic corpse from the attic once again this year." Nothing says Christmas spirit like assembling a glorified toilet brush and pretending it smells like joy, because it doesn't. When you have a pine-scented candle next to it, your guests can bask in the authentic aroma of chemical deception and depression next to your fake Christmas tree. So to me, it's like you don't water it, you don't sweep the needles, you don't risk setting your house on fire. So where's the adrenaline? Where's the danger and holiday fun in any of that? But you're just decorating a glorified coat rack and calling it tradition. I am against fake trees.
Fake trees.
Yeah.
And JD, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah, you're a convert, right? You're a real tree trader.
I am a real tree trader. So for the past 5 or 6 years, I've had a fake one because we would bring our kids there and it was supposed to be this great experience, and it just wasn't being that. Like everybody would disagree and we would fight like the entire ride home. It's like, I'm getting a fucking fake tree. And I do think we're close because one of my kids already asked, can we get a real one this year? And I put up the fake one, but I'm like, all right, maybe next year. Like we're getting to that territory now where kids are getting older, more mature. So I think I'm going to convert back. But your rule, JD, has always been that like you can get a fake tree, but you can't post a picture of it on social media like you're this big hero, right?
Yeah, that really sparks my ire, because you are just lazily just unwrapping this plastic thing and putting it up like you're proud. You put the 3 pieces of it together. Whoop-de fucking do.
Whoa. You got to spruce those things out. I used to do this. I used to work for a florist, and I used to do this. You got to stand away, squint your eyes, and just make sure there's lights where you see holes. I was actually really good at decorating a tree.
That's fine, but like we're talking about a fake tree here, and
I'm
so
saying it's not easy. In fact, it's harder. It's harder to make a fake tree look good than it is to just go and take the easy way out and go get the real tree.
I'm with your back on this one, JD.
Yeah, you're siding with the Jewish person on this one. Good, real smart.
Is that a Hanukkah? There's a Hanukkah bush, right?
The Hanukkah bush is bullshit. I'm not one of those Jews. The Hanukkah bush people are the people who correct you when you say Merry Christmas and they say, oh, no. No, I've got a Hanukkah bush, so you have to wish me a happy Hanukkah.
Do they really have a
You know,
bush? Did you check?
I don't know, man. I've never seen a bush. I don't do the the mensch on the bench because of the elf on the shelf. I don't do the mensch on the bench. Fuck the bench on the bench. I'm serious.
I'm gonna go next, guys, because
Please do.
mine's related to Christmas as well. And I'm gonna preface it by saying this. You guys know I'm not a prude, right? I'm not like a
No, you put
square.
out.
Yeah,
You're not a
right.
prude.
I deliver. Stop trying to make Christmas sexy. It's not a sexy holiday. It's a holiday about family and togetherness, faith, cozying up to someone by a fireplace. Okay, I get how we got there, whatever.
Halloween's the sexy holiday.
But Sabrina Carpenter has a Christmas song where she references the guy's massive dick and her stockings being on the floor. 4th of July, we're celebrating freedom. It's hot. So sure, take it off, right? Halloween, we're playing dress up. Sure, be a slut. But we don't need a Santa hat on the corner of the Pornhub logo. I feel like that's a little much. It's unnecessary. It's like, it's the 12 days of Christmas, not the 12 lays of Christmas. Okay. So stick with the snow, be done with that hoe, and please, only quick kisses under the mistletoe. That's my scramble.
Well done. You gotta tell me what the song is. First of all, I love lyrics.
I think it's
What's the
called
name
a
of the song?
Christmas nonsense, or it's called a nonsense Christmas. The Sabrina. It's actually it's a catchy song, but it just does not do anything to get you in the spirit of the holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, horny for the holidays is a concept I never really got. Or thinking that Santa is some sexy or sex object is just nothing I ever fully understood, and quite perverse in my mind.
It's odd. It's
The way I feel.
it's a weird fetish. You should not be
Yeah.
publicizing.
Horny for the holidays.
All right, Chewbacca, what you got?
So I recognize that basically you can't really check out of any store at this point, certainly not the big box stores, without being asked to round up. Round up for world hunger, round up for youth sports, it's round up, round up, round up. And more often than not, I do it. And I don't do it out of guilt. I just do it because, yeah, whatever. It's 43 cents. It's 57 cents. The Denville Food Pantry was short. They could have used about 10 turkeys. I put a post in my neighborhood page. I said, if anybody would like to donate turkeys, blah, blah, blah. Well, 3 people gave turkeys, and I gave 7 turkeys. So at this point, I'm done with the rounding up for the rest of the year. I don't care if I just spent $400 on dicks, and the guy looks at me like, wow, you can't round up the extra 37
$400
cents.
on dicks? Really?
Dick's Sporting Goods, but well played.
That's a steal.
Well played. No, we have 8 crazy nights, so I had to, got to fill some of those nights up. But I'm done with the rounding up, and I'm done with the constant being asked. And then I got to say no, and I look like a cheap fuck when it's just like, I want to say, motherfucker, when was the last time you bought $140 worth of turkeys so that people who probably don't even like you in your town could fucking have a turkey for Thanksgiving? So I'm done with the rounding up.
I hear you, man. It's like if they really care, they donate their own billions instead of guilt tripping me while I'm buying string cheese and toilet paper.
Thank you.
Trojan Magnums. You know what I'm saying,
Thank
guys?
I feel like we should be able to round down. That would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, how about a little help? It's 1442, Mr. Cohen. Like, how about, let's call it at 14. Right?
Okay, gentlemen, this has been nice. We've gotten rid of some shit that we didn't want. We talked about things that bothered us. I feel a little bit better getting it off our chest. I know some episodes ago we felt worse after talking about our feelings. I feel a little bit better. Thank you, everybody, for checking us out. You can follow us on YouTube or on Instagram at The Force Fumble, or subscribe on Apple or Spotify. We love being here with you every week. And in closing, I just want to say I hope you have less of what you hate in life and more of what you love. See you next time on The Fumble.
Later.
Merry Christmas, Chewbacca.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Where's my bush?
Where's my Hanukkah bush?